Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Time. I'm Sean. Okay, so some sad news to start off this week. I want to say rest in peace to James Gandolfini. Really great actor, best known as Tony Soprano. But I like him from one of my favorite films, The Mexican. He's a really good actor. His character, his personality seems to be like it's coming out in all the time when he acts. And as far as I know, like everybody says he's a really great guy, but he can portray such harsh figures, he can portray such emotion. I'm definitely going to miss him in his movies and the parts that he plays, because I definitely enjoyed him in everything I've seen him in to this date. Rest in peace to James Gandolfini. So in more Iron Man news, I know you guys are probably getting tired of this, but it is making some good progress. It's already passed $400 million domestically and $1.2 billion worldwide. This movie is on a roll. I really like this movie a lot. I thought it was a really great way to end the series, though some people might not like everything that happened in the movie. I definitely think it was a great movie. It brought Iron Man back to his roots in the first movie, with him kind of being Tony Stark and having to use his ingenuity to get out of the pickle. It's got a head of steam and it's going to keep going, I think. I don't know if it's going to pass the Avengers, but if at $1.2 billion, that's a lot of money. We'll see where this movie ends up. And speaking about superhero movies, Man of Steel opened this last weekend, and last week in the middle of the week, This Is the End opened. Man of Steel opened with a record-breaking June opening weekend of $116 million. This Is the End opened with $20 million. This Is the End was obviously second place of the box office, and Man of Steel was first place. I saw Man of Steel and I saw This Is the End. This Is the End, probably the funniest movie I've seen so far this year. I don't know what's going to top it. I only have two other movies I think that could top This Is the End, which would be The World's End, which is the Simon Pegg movie, and We're the Millers, Jason Sudeikis and Jennifer Aniston movie. I'm looking forward to see if those two movies can top This Is the End. This Is the End was just amazing. Laughed my head off throughout the movie. It was really good. I definitely enjoyed it. Man of Steel, on the other hand, it was a great movie as well. Beautifully, visually stunning. You cannot get over some of the fight scenes in there. Just imagine what they were doing in The Matrix when they were flying, but more visually like precise, clearer, and more so you could understand what was happening instead of just quick movements. Like you could actually see what was going on. It was the fight scenes were amazing. I definitely like the storytelling in the movie, the way that they portrayed the story, where they started off and was going back in time, back and forth. I love that aspect of it. It's different. You don't see that a lot in movies nowadays. And whenever there was an important point in the movie, you kind of always they went back to show you kind of like what was going on through his life and how he's adjusting and growing as a person. I definitely like the movie as a whole. There are a lot of things that go on in this movie that could make you like it or dislike it, depending on how you go into the movie, what your mindset is out, if you go in with a bias or not, if you think this is supposed to be this way, if you think this way is supposed to be this way. Depending on what side of the fence you fall on, you could like it or hate it. Regardless of all that, the movie is a really great movie. Regarding all the other stuff, I definitely recommend you guys take a second after you watch it and just really think about it before you just throw your go with emotion. Think about what's going on, think of what was appropriate in the movie and if it actually went with it. But I definitely recommend you guys going to check these two movies out. They're really good, really funny, really intense movies. I definitely liked them myself. So in theaters this week, we got two movies that I'm definitely interested in. The first movie is World War Z, and the second movie is Monsters, Inc. World War Z starring Brad Pitt. It looks really cool. Definitely been really excited about this movie. I've been pumped to watch. I've been waiting for it to come out. I'm actually trying to read through the book and a survival guide right now. I wanted to get a kind of a frame of mind of where this movie was coming from. I know that it's not exactly a word-for-word portrayal of the book, because the book is based on interviews. But I'm definitely enjoying the book so far, and so I'm really looking forward to this movie. I think it's just going to be awesome on such a large scope. Better than other zombie movies. I don't want to say TV shows because I love The Walking Dead, but a lot better than other zombie movies because there's a world aspect to this. The story is going somewhere. There is an end game. The end game might not be in this movie, but there is a direction they're going with that. In a lot of zombie movies, they just say, here you go. There's some zombies survive and that's it, and usually at the end of the movie they all die anyway. So in this one, I'm definitely excited to see what happens and see where it's going to head, where it's going to take me. Monsters University. I don't want to say too much about the movie. I've been trying to stay away from all the spoilers and things of that nature. I do know it is a prequel. It is when everything started, when everybody met in college. And I'm definitely excited about this one. The first one's a really good movie. Pixar, it's their first prequel, and Pixar always does a great job. There's really not a single Pixar movie that I don't like, so I'm definitely excited about this one too. I would recommend going to see both of those as well if you have the cash, because ticket prices are pretty high. But if you guys have to choose one, you know, I would recommend World War Z for the action stuff and Monsters University for the family stuff. Alright, so time for Movie of the Week, guys. Movie of the Week this week was Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Now, I definitely like this movie. I'm not going to say it's the greatest movie of all time. I don't know if it's better than the other ones. I think it's better than the Mark Wahlberg, you know, Planet of the Apes. I thought Andy Serkis, he did a great job as Caesar. The way that they were able to do his movement, his facial expressions, everything, I just really enjoyed it. I like how he also played Golem, and he's just made for these roles. The voices, the physical movements, he's just perfect for these roles. I like seeing him doing these movies. Caesar, you could see all the emotion in Caesar's face throughout the movie when he's learning about who he is, what he is, where he comes from, where he should be or where he feels he should be if he feels slighted. You see all this without any voice, without any dialogue, and you see this in the face. It all comes off the screen. He does a great job. James Franco's in this movie as well as Frida Pinto. She was in Slumdog Millionaire. James Franco, you know him from 127 Hours, Pineapple Express, all the good stuff. He was also in This Is the End. James Franco, another serious movie for him. He's able to turn these out and do a really good job. He's a really good actor, as shown in his nomination for 127 Hours. And Frida Pinto is actually a really good actress as well. I definitely liked their connection. It was a little quick, though, I might say, because throughout the whole movie, it's just kind of like it was like just shrunk into like one thing. It was like a side note to the relationship with Franco and Caesar, or Franco's character and Caesar. So I definitely thought there was some chemistry there, but I didn't get enough time to enjoy it to its fullest. But overall, acting was good. John Lithgow, he did a great job as the father, having Alzheimer's. He did a really good job. Seeing that, it's very emotional to me, having a grandfather who went through something along those lines. You know, he did a good job of portraying it and giving it emotion, kind of bringing you in. Like I said, this movie is really good. I definitely like how they set up the base for the next movie to come, and I want to see where it's going to go as well. So I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely say, if you guys have a chance, go out there, rent this movie, give it a look, and you know, let me know what you guys think about the movie down below. If you guys liked it, hate it, if you guys thought Franco did a terrible job, if you guys think Andy Serkis did a terrible job, let me know. Remember to click those like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave any comments, questions, inquiries, any ideas of movies I should be looking at in the future for Movie of the Week. And I'll see you guys next week. Let's get this conversation started off good.